Welcome to Superstar, a place where you will travel your own road to NFL stardom. Craft your own career, one that could lead to awards, Super Bowl glory, and even a spot in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. But legendary careers must start somewhere, and this is your blank canvas, the humble beginning of an unforgettable journey. Before you take your first snaps, let's see what type of player you're going to be. It starts as one dream, shared across thousands of backyards.
From its annual home of... He's getting ready, down into his stance, and here we go.
Pretty solid time for him, Kate. Didn't get the oohs and the ahs from the crowd here, but he showed he has NFL speed.
Coming up, here he is in the 40-yard dash.
That time missed the mark. He said he wanted to run better than that, but that run was much closer to average than exceptional.
Coming up, here he is in the 40-yard dash.
We expected him to test very well here, and he did not disappoint. That's one of the best times we'll see today.
Next up, the all-important test of strength for a future NFLer. It's chest day, baby. Turn on the bench press.
Somebody's a regular in that weight room. As those reps went up, eyes got wider. And this is a total that will grab some attention.
Well, every football fan knows this. Explosiveness and agility are so important at every position. And now we're going to see how much he has of both here in the broad jump.
Well, that mark certainly much shorter than we were all expecting. He really didn't get the explosion he needed in that leap.
So now it's his turn at the broad jump.
That's a good jump from him. That's in the ballpark of what we all expected. So that's going to check this box off for a whole lot of teams.
So now it's his turn at the broad jump.
Well, that mark certainly much shorter than we were all expecting. He really didn't get the explosion he needed in that leap.
So now it's his turn at the broad jump.
Man, what a great jump right there. Imagine what that explosiveness and agility can do for whoever drafts him.
All right, it is time for the fastest event of the Combine. It's a showcase of how well you can change direction. It's the 20-yard shuttle.
That is such an excellent mark right there, and there's no doubt that he's got the quickness and the change of direction to thrive on an NFL field.
All right, partner, the traditional drills are done. Now the all-important moment where he can make the throws they're going to need him to on Sundays.
That's called ending your combine strong. He got out there with plenty of confidence, and he backed it up with a very good showing, as every scout in the building was watching him. That's called ending your combine strong. He got out there with plenty of confidence, and he backed it up with a very good showing, as every scout in the building was watching him. That's called ending your combine strong. He got out there with plenty of confidence, and he backed it up with a very good showing, as every scout in the building was watching him. That's called ending your combine strong. He got out there with plenty of confidence, and he backed it up with a very good showing, as every scout in the building was watching him. That's called ending your combine strong. He got out there with plenty of confidence, and he backed it up with a very good showing.
When that cell phone rings, time stops. It's the single second that years upon years of work have been leading toward, and the conversation that follows ends one chapter of a football life while beginning another.
Ready? Viking 18. Ready. Set. Ready. 19 Tiger. 19 Tiger. Hunt. Let's go now. 60 Eagle. 60. Ready, ready. Set. Ready. Set up. Here we go. Set. Panther 60. Set. Set. Let's go. Cougar 19. Hut, hut. Come on. Come on. Set. Here we go. Here we go. Cowboy, go. Ready. 18 Cardinal. 18. Ready. Set. Ready. Let's go now. 6. Hut. Set up. Take go. Here we go. Set. Ready, ready. Set. Cool. Hut, hut. Down. Proper. Ready. Ready, ready. Hut, hut. Let's go. Set, go. Come on. Come on. Set. Here we go. Here we go. 70. Go. Ready. Ready. Set. Hut. Set. Ready. Set. Take go. Let's go now. Ready, ready. Here we go. Set. Ready, ready. Set. Viking 18. Hut, hut. Down. Up, ready. Ready, ready. Set. Set up. Set up. Panther 60. Set up. Let's go. Go. Come on, come on. Set. Ready. Here we go, here we go. 60 bike. Come on, come on. Set. 18. Hut. Set. Hut. Ready. Set, go. Set. Ready. Ready, ready. Let's go now. Cardinal, 18. Huh. Let's go now. Here we go, set. 60 bikes. Ready, ready. Set, ready. Huh, huh. Set. Ready. Set up. Set up. Let's go. 70 Lion. Go. Ready, ready. Ready. Down. Let go. Here we go. Here we go. Huh. Come on, come on, set! Ready, ready? Come on, set! Ready? Hut, hut. Set! Set! Ready? Let's go now. Hawk 7. Here we go, set. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal, go.
From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10.
Here we go, reload, reload.
They'll start on the ground with Robinson. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
These negative runs, they just make everything for the play caller that much more difficult, Mike. So they've got to find a way to be more efficient on these early downs, meaning 1st and 2nd down, because if not, you find yourself the entire game in 3rd and pass, and that's what every single defense in the league is trying to do.
Into the hands of Werner, the tight end. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
That's another Falcon.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He's got this to Bijan Robinson. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
It's a gain of 9. And he brings up
So,
second
from the 37, here's 2nd and 1.
7-yard line.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Third and a yard.
He was covered by Brian Grant.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Taking off. He'll try to get there. And he is out of bounds. Mark him at the 25. Here's first and 10. Now, faking the give. That'll be caught by the running back, Robinson. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
Brings up second and 10. At the 20.
They'll look to throw. Now a deep ball toward the end zone.
So I like the aggressiveness of the call, but as the rest of the game unfolds, Mike, there needs to be better overall execution. A little bit cleaner. The next thing you know, they're going to hit some of those big shots.
Moving to his left. He'll try to run forward. He is out of bounds. They have worked it inside the 50. On the move at the 14-yard line. It's first and 10. That's going to be dropped. It's picked up by one of his teammates.
These are the opportunities that just kill defensive coordinators. You got the ball loose. You did everything you want. But now you got to recover it. You need better pursuit to the ball. More bodies around the ball carrier.
And he's into the end zone for a touchdown. There is a marker down, but I think this score is going to hold up. Morris there, Falcons head coach. His team ready for their next possession. And, Greg, week one here in the preseason. Look, we know a lot of the guys who are going to make the roster, but there's still a lot to happen in training camp that players can find their way to a spot on the opening Sunday.
No, we hear these stories all the time, Mike, where there's a little buzz about a guy in training camp and coming out of the local beat reporters and maybe the coaches talking about him a little bit. But then there's the surrounding question is he going to make the roster? And it's really what they do in these preseason games away from practice that ends up being the deciding factor. And how often do we see not only do they make the roster, but in some cases they go on to really have critical roles down the line as the season unfolds. So I know to a lot of fans and some of the veterans, these games don't feel like a whole lot, but to some guys on that sideline, their entire career is in front of them.
That's good for our Falcons.
On first and 10, they'll set up to throw. That's caught downfield by Robinson. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
That's good for our Falcons.
Now they'll set up to throw. That one down the field, but they cannot connect. And it's incomplete. We'll try again here. Second and 10.
It's now second and 10.
Here's a designed run. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. Falcons go ahead and take their second timeout. And the stoppage comes with 23 seconds left on the first half clock. Flushed to his right. That's in the end zone and intercepted. Picked off by DJ Reed. And the Lions are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
The dream of reaching the NFL has been realized, but within this
Ready? 70 Lions! Ready?
He'll set up to throw. That's caught left side by Pitts. And he's going to be out of bounds, but up past the 35. Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10. Throw on the run is complete. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. On the option, here's Robinson. Wow, it wasn't for lack of effort. He tried every which way to elude the defense, but he was outnumbered. They finally got him down behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of yards.
This ball carrier just didn't want to go down. And this defense, they had to throw everything they had at him, Mike. He just kept fighting and fighting. But finally, when they were able to get him on the ground, they were able to do it for a loss.
And they're going to get to him and take him down, take him back to the other side of midfield. So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Flush to his right. the rush eventually gets to him and takes him down.
A 6-yard loss.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now. They get set to take over once more. And, Greg, it's the time of year where those veterans know they're going to make the team. They're going to be on the roster for the opener. So when you went through that phase of your career, how did you approach the preseason?
It's certainly different when I was a rookie or really early in my career than I was towards the back end. There's no question. And I think as I got older in the league and a little bit more established, my priorities of what I wanted out of those games, Mike, I think might have changed a little bit, right? I wanted to feel what it was like to get tackled. I wanted to feel what it was like just getting in and out of the huddle, keeping up with the play clock, getting into the operation of the game. It wasn't necessarily about how many catches or trying to make the roster, but it was the next step, preparing myself for the inevitability of a week one playing the full game in a full live environment. So this was the next step. You get practice to get your body right. Then you have a couple preseason reps to kind of take that next step, all leading up to being healthy and ready to go come week one of the regular season.
An incompletion on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. To the goal line and in. Bijan Robinson. Touchdown, Falcons. Falcons offense ready to get back to work. They'll work in a tie game here in the second quarter and get started with 1st and 10. Now this is going to be a design run. They let him keep it, and he'll be met in the backfield and dropped behind the line of scrimmage. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. He'll drop to throw. Working his way out left. He fires downfield for Pitts. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down. Trying to get it to Kyle Pitts. And it'll be 3rd down. Back to throw. And that is incomplete. After that incomplete pass, we have a player shaken up. You hope against hope here in the Falcons offense ready for their first possession of this second half. They'll have a long field ahead of them as they start 1st and 10. Throw here to begin the drop. That'll be caught. It's Tyler Algier. And a nice game, getting this to about the 23-yard line.
That's good for a Falcons.
He'll look to throw. Moving left. That one down the field, but it is incomplete.
Initially, a nice job by the receiver. He actually was open downfield. He was able to get behind the defense, but the window closed up so quickly they couldn't get the ball to him. Prevents the big play.
Pushed out to his right. Taking off.
Initially, they do a really nice job taking away his 1st and 2nd read, but what they failed to do is account for him as a runner. He ends up making something positive out of a play that initially didn't look like it had much of a chance.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. A 2-yard gain.
Falcons offense headed back to take over once more. We'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing now from the gun. A throw left side, but it's going to wind up incompleted.
He just stays on his primary read just a little bit too long. I think if he gets that ball to his check down a little bit quicker, not only is the ball completed, but I think there's some room to run. So, again, certain quarterbacks are better than others. The ability to process and eliminate targets quickly to move on to the next, that's a skill that really just comes from experience. And that
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Pushed out to his left. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And they're going to move the ball all the way up to the 45-yard line. Throwing now on 1st and 10. Rolling right. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and 6. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
1st down, Falcons.
That's over the middle and intercepted. That's the safety, Malik Hooker. And he's going to give a short field to his offense here as they try to break the top.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But, boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
Falcons offense ready to possess the football for the 2nd time. And, Greg, after this one, it counts for real. Final preseason game. So what's the feeling like around the team in the locker room when you get to this point, the end of the preseason?
I think the biggest emotion is probably relief. I think especially for some of the older guys, Mike, it's did you get through healthy? Is your body right? And are you mentally ready for what's going to be a very long, turbulent, up and down? There's going to be a lot of good moments. There's going to be some bad moments. Are you physically and mentally ready for what an NFL season is going to be like? And I think that's what every guy in that locker room is asking themselves, taking inventory of their own checklist. So get through training camp, get through the dog days of camp, and get into a routine, get into the regular season practice schedule, and inevitably get to what matters the most, which is the games.
Going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down. That's caught. Ray McLeod. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. The defense blows a chance to get off the field as the offense converts 3rd and 14. 1st and 10. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion. Back to the air once more on 2nd down. Throw here down the field will fall incomplete. So after back-to-back incompletions, it is now 3rd and 10. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. That's into the hands of Werner, the tight end. They'll try and play with some pace early on.
But it's 4th down.
Work his way out right. That is incomplete. They couldn't get the connection on 4th. Going to give the ball over on down. Here comes the Atlanta offense now. They get set to take over once more. They can get back into this quickly now. Very short field ahead It is 1st and 10. Moving to his right. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. They get 14 on that hookup. 1st down, Atlanta. Red zone now. He'll drop to throw. He's got it at the 7. And he's going to be marked out down at the 5. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. 5 yards from the house. They've got it 1st and goal. And unable to connect there. It's incomplete. Now here's 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal.
Now this looks like a design run. And this one blown up. Good surge will drop him. A loss on the play back to the 9-yard line. Penalty yards marched off, and they'll try it again on 2nd and goal. Here's a designed run. And this one ruined quickly. Take him back to the 5-yard line.
It makes sense on 2nd and goal, Mike, to keep this ball on the ground. You always have 3rd down again to finally punch it in. But now after the defense forces you backwards, I think you have to consider putting this one in the air here on 3rd and goal.
The 3rd down pass. Complete to Dijon Robinson. No gain on the play. It's now
Falcons offense getting set to get back to work. They'll start from the plus side of midfield, looking to possibly take the lead here. It's 1st and 10. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Off balance throw. It's complete. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
a gain of 21 yards. 1st down, Falcons.
Now, faking the give. On the move left. Reaching for it. The tight end couldn't bring it in. It's incomplete.
All right, so the ball falls incomplete, but I think what it does now, Mike, is it allows you to stop the clock, get in the huddle, take a deep breath, and now your play caller has to give you the best play. Go get points here before the half and try to build something going into halftime.
He's going nowhere. Losing yardage on that play. 3rd and long. Off the play kick. He'll look to throw. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this 1st half.
Great pass rushers live for 3rd down, especially when they know the offense
Here we go, set. Bronco 80. Ready. Down. 19 Tiger. 19 Tiger. Check go.
From the 38 now, here's second down and 7. The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard. Third and 9.
It's third down.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Open man, right side. He's got it. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. To break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10. They'll look to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down. Now they'll set up to throw. This is incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down. Let's see what this call is. You only get a 1-yard buffer from the line of scrimmage for these old linemen. That time he strayed a little too far, and it draws the flag. Left side, he's got McLeod. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Here's a third and 10.
And it's third down.
This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is fourth down.
And on third down, what they're trying to do, Mike, is just get the ball.
Falcons offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. So, Greg, let's pull back big picture and talk NFC South for a second, a division that you know so well. We've got teams that have been to the Super Bowl in the last 15 or so years out of this division, yet people overlook it at times, and maybe they've overlooked how good Tampa's been the last 4 years, too.
Well, it's funny, Mike, you think it wasn't very long ago that the NFC South was the toughest division in football. I mean, you mentioned Super Bowl teams. Tampa Bay won one recently with Brady. And then Atlanta, they make a Super Bowl with Matt Ryan. And New Orleans, and obviously the success they had with Drew Brees. And Carolina, we played in a Super Bowl. I mean, this was a division you didn't want to play. Now, they've all fallen on their resets. New coaches, new quarterbacks. Tampa Bay has done the best job weathering and taking advantage of their rebuild and their next era in the midst of a down division. So, big reason they've won 4 in a row. Can Atlanta, can Carolina, New Orleans, can they catch up? Because right now, like you said, Tampa Bay's been the dominant team in this division.
Greg, you lived it, you know it. While these, that is caught by the tight end. Kyle Pitts, touchdown Atlanta. His first touchdown of the new campaign. Falcons offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. Well, Greg, it will be a very busy stretch for the Passports. A lot of international games to look forward to. 7 in all outside the U.S. Chiefs and Chargers last week in Sao Paulo. Great ones to follow. Vikings and Steelers in Dublin. Vikings in London playing the Browns the very next week. Broncos and Jets. Rams and Jags will also play in London week 6 and 7. Falcons and the Colts are going to be in Germany in week 10, and then the Commanders and Dolphins wrap up the international slate. That's in Madrid, week 11. Greg, this has been such an additive part to the NFL season, all of these international games.
Yeah, I can tell you, Mike, having played one of the international games towards the end of the career in London, when I played for Carolina, it's a great experience. It's fun for the players, it's fun for the coaches, it's fun for the fans and the families. So I expect this slate to continue to expand. There's so many fun international cities around the world that love NFL football.
And from what you hear, there's more to come. We could be at the point someday, very soon. The Falcons offense about ready to take over once more. Now, Greg, as we get the season going, obviously the adjustment to last year's new kickoff rules in place. We talked to a lot of coaches during the year. Folks didn't seem too bothered about letting the other team have the ball at the 30-yard line. after a touchback. But the 35-yard line, I don't know, does that feel any different to you?
You know, it does, and I think the part that people don't talk about enough, Mike, is the impact that it's making on going forward on fourth down, not settling for field goals. Because remember, in the old days, if you got stopped inside the 5 or you scored inside the 5, it was all the difference of if I kicked a touchback, they got the ball at the 20. There wasn't that much of a spread, but now all of a sudden, is it in my best interest to settle for...
And he will score! Kyle Pitts, touchdown Falcons. That... Here comes the Atlanta offense now. They get set to take over once more. Well, Greg, as the season starts, really the season never ends. Think back to the schedule release, the draft has become this multi-day huge event. Green Bay crushed it with all the folks around the stadium in Lambeau, and some big names will be tied to that draft forever. A couple of the rookies that you've watched that are just sticking out in your mind. Interesting to see how they fit the league as this season gets going.
You know, obviously so much attention around the quarterback position. And Cam Ward goes #1, and then obviously with Shador and all the conversations around that as the draft unfolded. But I think a guy that's going to be fun to watch when you talk about fit, I think you look at Ashton Jeanty. He gets drafted by Vegas. He's now with the Raiders. Pete Carroll. It kind of has the feel of, is he his Marshawn Lynch? Is he the bell cow back, under center, Geno Smith, play action, set up that run game, play good defense? This feels like the early path Pete Carroll took when he took over in Seattle and turned them into a Super Bowl champion. So I'm not saying Genty's Marshawn Lynch, but he certainly feels like that's the fit the Raiders were going for when they took him with their first-round pick.
Hey, let me ask you about Travis Hunter. Of course, a Heisman winner, Colorado, great play both sides of the ball as a receiver and a corner. You know, Greg, it's hard to come in this league and play well on one side of the ball. Is it realistic to think you may see him on both offense and defense?
That's the $1 million.
That's over the middle and intercepted. And the Vikings are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
I think you chalk this one up, Mike, to just a...
Falcons offense ready to take over possession of the football. And they have definitely righted some wrongs after the loss of the opener. They have the lead here, and they start this possession 1st and 10. On play action, he'll set up to throw. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Oh, that may be the break they needed. That one's intercepted.
So you do a great job all game long. You build up a lead here late in the 4th quarter, but now you get sloppy. This turnover all of a sudden brings a renewed sense of energy to your opponent.
The Falcons offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. Greg, it's one of those weird feelings you build all year for the opener. You play a tight game and lose, it kind of changes the feeling coming into this week a little bit.
Yeah, it certainly does, and if you're not careful, what's that cardinal rule? You don't want one loss to turn into 2, one bad play to turn into 2. The best teams in this league, Mike, they have an uncanny ability that regardless, good or bad, blowout or close one from the previous week before, it doesn't lead into the next week's work and ultimately the next week's game. So we'll find out, were they able to learn from the good? And there certainly was a lot of it. But can they move forward today and not let the disappointment of last week trickle into today?
He'll decide to keep this once more. And he'll be met in the backfield and dropped behind the line of scrimmage. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11.
At the 46-yard line.
Now this time they'll look to throw. There he goes again. And they'll take this down inside the 35. He'll get a dozen out of that one, scrambling his way to a 1st down.
First down, Falcons.
To the air now on 1st and 10. And this time the rush gets home. And down he goes. Andrew Van Ginkel. He had a sack in the opener last week. He's got another one here. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. He'll drop to throw. That's to the right side and incomplete.
We got a big 3rd down coming up here, Mike. They got a chance with the conversion to possibly get this under the 2-minute warning, put this defense in a position where they have to start using their timeouts.
That is downfield to the tight end hits. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. Falcons offense back onto the field for their next possession. And a few kneel downs should do it here. Defensively, they do still have those 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. They'll start with an option play to the right. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. The Falcons offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. And they look to finish it off here in the 4th. This might just wash away what was a subpar performance a week ago. On 1st down, they'll go with an option right. What a run. He brings it to the red zone. Taken down inside the 20-yard line.
It's a gain of 20. First down.
On 1st down, they'll run the option to the left. And they're in business now. He is out of bounds inside the 10. They've got it at the 8. 1st down and goal. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play.
Ready? 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Ready, ready? Let's go. Hunt. Down! Check go! Let's go now! Ready, ready? Come on, come on! Hut! Set! 18 Cardinal, 18, hut, hut! Let's go! Get out! Here we go, set! Ready? Here we go, here we go! Set! Ready? Set it! Check go! Ready, ready! Ready, ready? Ready? Hut! Down! Hut, hut! Let's go now! Get up! Come on, come on! Ready? Set! Go! Ready? 70 line. Ready? Here we go, set! Bronco 80! Ready? Here we go! Oh, here we go! Panther 60! Panther 60! Huh. Set it! Huh, huh. Ready, ready! Set it! Ready! Cougar 19!